Gobble gobble, motherfuckers. This is the Thanksgiving episode of the Xenocast.
Coming at you with no Thanksgiving food and apparently a live turkey.
Alright, well, let's begin. Here's hoping that you are getting full and your stomach feels like it's going to burst, like my chest does every day.
We're calling this a Thanksgiving episode, but it's coming out either a day after or 2 days after Thanksgiving. I mean, we should have had last week be the Thanksgiving episode. I didn't plan that. I didn't think about that.
Well, you know, I actually, unpopular opinion, I'm just full of unpopular opinions. I am not a fan of Thanksgiving, even in the slightest.
I mean, I'm not either. I just don't like Thanksgiving food. I just never been a fan of it for some reason. I don't know. I never liked turkey when I was a kid because I felt like it didn't have flavor. So I would eat only mashed potatoes.
You're the only person I've heard say that besides me.
It's like eating solid water that's not ice. It's not fun.
No, it's
it sucks.
That's actually really funny. Solid water that's not ice is Thanksgiving. I don't even consider myself a picky eater, but
I'm
it's just
a picky fucking eater.
I know you are.
Jesus Christ.
But just understand this. For me, it's like the axis of evil. It's like the Sinister Six of food. Basically, mashed potatoes, turkey, cranberry sauce, Brussels sprouts, you name it.
Stuffing.
I do not like it.
You're at 5. You need one more.
I do like green bean
Dogs.
casserole. Dogs!
There you go. There's 6. You don't like eating all 6 of them?
No, actually, I don't like biscuits either.
Oh, like you mean like...
Like the toasted rolls?
Oh, yeah. Do you see... the croissant-shaped ones with like the small and shit?
No, I like croissants. Okay, but like, you know, like dinner rolls.
Croissant-shaped ones. Those are fucking croissants. I don't like them when they're toasted. I like lightly toasted because like it's kind of crispy, but not like crispy, if that makes sense, you know? But like it's not like I get you. Like I'd rather just eat it not toasted at all.
I think the issue with Thanksgiving foods, well, I'm a huge texture person where the texture of food will decide if I like it or not.
It's true. If he doesn't like the texture of a movie, he hates it.
Oh, of course. I like the lighting though. The lighting was great. But I guess Thanksgiving food for me is basically you have to combine the food groups of each meal in
the fucking food pyramid that they changed halfway through my high school, so like yes. I got confused.
You have like turkey, for example, doesn't have any flavor. You have to add something with it to make it flavor. You have to butter your buns.
You shouldn't have to add something to add flavor to something. If it doesn't have flavor, then why the fuck are you eating it in the first place? Like that I can't think of a good comparison to that, but like it's just stupid. Like that's like saying I want to go running, but I don't have legs, so I need to put my fake legs on, so I'm going to go running and work on my fake legs. That's like the same thing, and that's a really bad comparison, and I keep starting us off with like shitty things like that. But like, it's a bad comparison, like, but that's what it's like.
You know, when I watched Lord of the Rings for the first time, I thought Legolas was legless, and I was like, but they're right there.
I need to like... Man, like, we start, and I'm just on full fucking go.
You're always at 100.
I'm at 100, and then I slowly decline from there.
Oh, no, I'm always at 100.
No, yeah, you're totally always at 100. But no, like, for me, like, I never liked turkey. I don't like cranberries. Yeah, no, I'm on, like, the same boat as you. Like, I'll eat biscuits. Or not biscuits. I'll eat, like, rolls, but, like, not really if they're cooked. I'll eat croissants, no problem. But I used to like mashed potatoes. And that would be the only thing I'd eat. And then, like, my family on fucking either side I go to, my dad's side or my mom's side, they'd always be like, oh, you don't like any turkey? Or you only eat mashed potatoes? What's wrong with you? That's not American. It's like, fuck you. I've been in America for, like, 23 years. But, like, last time, I don't eat mashed potatoes anymore because last time I was at my dad's for Thanksgiving. Actually, that was a long time ago, so it might have not been the last time.
It's been a blur.
Yeah, it is. But one time, like, I was at my dad's. And I had only mashed potatoes, and it's kind of like funny because his wife is from Alabama, and so like if people don't eat a lot, they feel insulted. And I'm like, I'm sorry, I just don't like the food. It's just that's just my like me being a dick, whatever. But all I ate was mashed potatoes, and I had probably like 2 or 3 helpings of mashed potatoes, and I felt like shit for like 3 hours after that. I would throw it up. Felt fine. Totally fine. So I don't eat mashed potatoes anymore. It's the same story, close to the same story with mac and cheese.
Hey.
That one was a little bloodier, though. I'm not lying, actually.
That's great. I like that you gave us the mild version. I'll be interviewing you for the the more explicit version later.
Oh yeah.
But it's so funny. I don't know if your family does this. I'm pretty sure plenty of families all across the country do. You sit around the table and you say what you're thankful for.
Sometimes they do, yeah.
And so,
yeah.
This is a funny one for me. Is it always goes around the table. Pops, what are you thankful for? Right? I'm thankful for this house and this family.
See, mine always goes like, "What are you thankful for?" I'm thankful for God watching over us as we eat our dinner. And then everyone says amen, and then we eat.
Exactly. It keeps going around, just the generic things. Thankful for my friends, thankful for my family. Then it gets to me, Josh, what are you thankful for? And I'm like, I'm thankful for, damn, I'm so hungry.
Thankful that I get to eat in like 5 minutes.
Damn, I'm so hungry.
See,
I wish there were foods that I could eat.
The biggest problem with that is that, like, you go around the table, and if you're, like, towards the end, you're fucked. Because, like, there's always the generic thing, I'm thankful for my family, I'm thankful for my friends, whatever. So it gets to you, but somebody's already said it, and you're like, well, shit, now if I don't say it, I'm going to seem like a dick. But, like, I don't want to copy that guy, because that just makes me feel like a dick, too, because it's like, I can't come up with my own thing. So, like, what the hell do I do? And then I eventually say, I'm thankful to have a dick, and, like, get to fuck bitches left and right.
See, the thing is I do something along that lines too.
Yeah.
But I'll keep going, and I'll keep talking for an hour and just go on a long tangent, a monologue of what I'm thankful for. I'm thankful that, that ants don't have the mentality of humans because they have strength in numbers and they're much more coordinated.
New robot overlords.
And I'll just keep going, and my mom will finally just go, guys, let's go eat. And I'll just keep sitting there like...
We all start doing that. God, dude, that might be a good idea. No, like if I can't be careful.
Doomsday is upon us!
I have to be careful. Because if I don't say the right thing, my family will probably shun me. Which I guess I wouldn't be like 100% against, because like I'm not close to my family anymore anyway, so it's like,
I am an artist.
I am an artist and I have conflicting opinions. I realize now I'm starting to paint myself in a really bad hole for the next like 5 episodes. I'm just gonna make myself seem like the best guy ever. Be like always happy, like never.
I need you to dress as a nun. Nobody will see it but me.
But it'll help. They'll hear it.
But you know what? It comes from the inside.
I want to point out for the record, I'm not glad I have a dick so I can fuck bitches left and right. I mean, I'm happy I am who I am, but I don't fuck bitches at all.
There's a funny story about this.
All right. So, the other day I had my mom. I was sick, and my mom like lives right downstairs, or not downstairs, down the hill from me. So, so like we were just talking, and I got she bought me groceries because I didn't want to go to the grocery store and like sneeze on the fucking food and be like, oh. I mean, someone's going to eat that, and they're going to get sick, and, like, it's an old people home right next to the grocery store, so they're probably going to die from it. I don't want to be that guy. When I worked there, I took days off so that wouldn't happen. So, like, I had her just pick me up some groceries, and I, like, wrote her a check to pay her back, whatever. And I hadn't seen her in, like, 2 or 3 weeks. So I was just talking to her for, like, 10, 20 minutes, whatever. As I was talking to her, the 2 female missionaries in our area, for the Mormon missionaries, which... It's kind of funny, actually, that's the only missionaries we ever get, like, I ever see. I don't see any missionaries from any other,
I feel like they circles. They, like, lurk about. Just in this area, like...
Well, like, they have apartment. I think their apartment is actually in this complex.
They're almost like a street gang.
Yeah, that's true. They're kind of scary like it. They fucking walk up to you going, and, like, you heard about Jesus? But no, like, they walked up and, like, they're like, oh, hey, can we give this to you? Like, giving out a little card thing, which I think I threw it away. I didn't mean to. Like, I grew up Mormon. I'm not anymore, but...
Did it have the clock tower?
I think it just had Jesus on it.
Can you explain to me the clock tower?
I don't know the clock tower.
Okay.
I don't know if that's a Mormon thing. That might be, like, a Jehovah's Witness thing.
Okay, that might be a Jehovah's Witness thing. All right, continue with the story.
No, they were like, and they're talking to us, and they're like, oh, doing the nice thing, because, like, it's nice because, like, it feels genuine, but it's really weird how, like, Mormons are super fucking nice, and it's awesome, and I love the shit out of it, because, like, I like talking to them because they're always happy, and, like, I work real closely with people that are just super bummed out and, like, assholes all the time, so it's always, like, a nice change of pace. But I always feel bad whenever I have to be like, oh, I'm not Mormon anymore. And then they'll be like, oh, so what drove you out of it? And like, I don't really want to be like, well, my dad was super Mormon, and I just, went through the rebellious phase, and I never got out of it, because that just makes me feel like a fucking loser. But like, even though how true it is, it's just like, so I always had to be like, oh, it wasn't for me. And then they were like, oh, well, why don't you come by sometime? And they'll give me I give them my number, and then they give me their number, and it's like, it's just a whole awkward exchange. I don't know how I got off track, but
they do kill you with kindness, though.
And I love it, but it's just awkward because, like, you know me, I'm socially awkward. I don't talk to people, like, at all because I try and save people from getting to know me. It's not, I'm sure you guys can tell it's not a good thing to do. It's terrible. But, they asked, like, they were like, what are your guys' names? Which now I think about it, they never fucking introduced themselves at all. But,
Rude.
my mom was like, oh, and she gave her name, and I was like, oh, I'm Daquiri, like the drink. Because I always say, like the drink, because if I don't, people think I say Zachary.
They always think Zachary, because when Dakk says, my name's Dakk, they always think, Zach? He must have said Zach. What kind of person would name their kid Dakk?
It's fucking true. So, like, and then my mom did the generic, like, I wasn't drunk when I had him. Like, it was just, like, then she gave the story of where it came from. And then one of the girls was like, oh, you know what I've always liked? I always liked those virgin daiquiris. And, like, in my thought, the first thought that came across was, well, I got a story for you.
Oh, really?
I got something you'll be interested in.
Oh, you like virgin daiquiris.
But,
oh, yeah.
And now, like, I was thinking about it today at work, and I was like, shit, she could have been hitting on me. I didn't even think about that. Like, I could have been like, if I said, well, guess what? And she could have looked at me and be like, it's both the checks. It's all I need. I don't know how it works. I don't fucking act like I do.
You know what's the funniest thing is for somebody who's so oblivious about people hitting on them, you come up with the best pickup lines.
Yeah, I do. I'm not the kind of guy to go up to someone. I'm not the kind of guy to flirt with people in general. Like, I'm trying to be friendly and nice to everybody, but, like, I never try to hit on people or flirt with people, which really sucks because, like, I don't know how now. I'm 23 and I don't know how the hell to do it, so I'm just, like, I'm kind of settling in on my loneliness, and I'm like, all right, it's going to happen. It's whatever.
But you know what, though? You're at this great point in your life where you could go out and date, or, listen, you're very close. You're almost on the home stretch to getting magical powers.
Like, fucking, what is it? It's 60 years old, right?
30.
60? Is it 30?
That was 30.
Oh, shit. It's either 30 or 60. I think 30 is a wizard, 60 is a warlock or something.
Yeah.
So, like, I'm getting there.
You'll be on the road.
Don't worry. 2028, when I become president, I'll use my powers for good.
Well, you can promise them.
I can promise shit, and it'll happen. It'll be awesome.
Wow.
But no, like, it's funny, though, because, like, well, I guess I don't hear about it now, because it was more of a high school thing, but, like, everyone got, like, guys in my circle, because I was a nerd and a loser, they would always complain about the friend zone thing. I mean, I didn't, because I was like, whatever, I'm cool with it. I'm perpetually...
You are now entering the friend zone.
I am perpetually at that point with everybody. I couldn't be happier. Because it's what I want. I want to be friends with people, but not, like, I don't want to date them, because I think about it, and I'm like, man, that'd be a shitty boyfriend. I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. Like, I kind of, like, I look back at my last girlfriend, I'm like, I don't know what the hell was going on. She called me up once, and she was like, hey, I need to talk to you, because, like, she was upset about something I did, and I was like, okay. And so I was walking to go talk to her, and I clicked in my head, I'm like, all right, we're gonna break up, whatever. And so, like, I somehow was able to, like, detach myself from her. So, like, I wasn't close to it. I was just, like, I didn't want to be upset about it, so I was able to, like, mentally detach myself from it. Turns out she didn't want to break up. She just wanted to help make the relationship better. But I was already gone at that point.
Just, Dakk, you're too good for this world.
I treated my mind like a robot for, like, 20 years. Not 20 years. For, like, 5 years. I practiced and worked on it for, like, 5 years to make my mind like a machine. And it worked too well. I can't stop at all.
Cue the sad piano music. as Dakk looks out of the window and touches the glass pane as it's raining.
I was gonna sing a song and I can't remember how it goes, and I don't know who. I want to say it's like Michael Bublé, but I'm not totally sure. My life is precious. My life is pure. It'd be like
all by myself.
I posted on Facebook the other day that my life is Scrubs, but like significantly more boring. After I posted it, I was thinking, well, I don't have a lot of girlfriends. I don't really have that thing going for me, so maybe my life isn't like Scrubs, because like every episode, JD has a new girlfriend. It's like
it was funny when you said my life is a lot like Scrubs, except not at a hospital and not as entertaining.
Oh, I said in a warehouse, but significantly more boring.
And a lot more boring, and I guess it's not like Scrubs. I'm actually just really sad now.
Oh my god.
I guess it's not like Scrubs at all, but that's what's been keeping me going.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know where to go anymore from there. Like that's it. That's my life. That's it. That's all I got. I got nothing else after that.
All right.
Tune in next week when Josh has a new co-host.
No, you know what? You'll still be hanging around.
I'll make sure. Oh my
Too
God.
soon?
I'll make sure that like one of the new set droppings is like.
Because I don't think it's soon enough.
Well, it hasn't happened yet, so it's definitely not soon enough.
Then I'll just change. But my opening will be a lot different. Like, I'll do ventriloquist acts for you. I'll be like, you're hanging out with Daquiri and talking with Josh. We're going to some dark places.
How do we always have a dark place in the first 20 minutes, and after that it's just normal? Like, it's just a normal conversation. It's like 9 episodes in a row. Maybe, I don't remember.
Because you have to, you know what? You have to spew out the bad in order to take in the good.
You gotta wade through all the dicks before you can find the good friends. There you go. That's all it is.
Exactly, the one true dick.
It's like I paint myself in a shitty picture for the first 20 minutes every episode.
And then you become Mozart.
And then I become fucking Mozart. And like, it's just weird.
Hey, so, I don't know if this happens with your phone, but, so,
a lot of things
in the
happen
morning,
on my phone.
Oh, okay, well, a lot of things happened. Okay, that's true. It's basically a personal computer now. But my phone's a super processing learning computer.
Yeah, like Josh and I think we mentioned this last time, or I mentioned it last time. We have like the same phone, but he has the bigger one. You have the Nexus 6 C.
6P?
It's either P or C.
It's P.
Okay.
For Primo.
It's probably P. And I have the Nexus 5X just because like I don't like big phones anyways. So
for all intents and purposes, it's the same thing.
No,
but
totally
because it's a Google phone,
but mine
it's constantly tracking and learning about your tendencies.
Yeah.
And it starts sending me news. And the news will be really cool. You know, it's always things that pertain to my interests.
It's always the same shit. No, because you talked to me about this morning. Like, it's like the same for both of us. We both have the same fucking problem. And I don't understand why for me, because I don't look up shit like this at all. I don't look up anything about news in my area at all. My fucking Google knows me. Like, alright, read through your shit really quick. Just like from the top to the bottom, just like the headlines.
Alright,
and we'll fucking see how well your phone knows you.
Okay. Mine's really funny though, because when I'm connected to Wi-Fi, because I'm living with my parents at the moment, it's split between my dad and me, and so it will be like PlayStation. You know, PlayStation is down for many. I guess it's down right now.
That's good to know. It's not like we were gonna buy anything later.
Some horror things, Resident Evil, Street Fighter, and then it's like Dallas Cowboys quarterback.
It's like
Dak Prescott. I guess there's another person.
What?
Yeah.
Wait, what? Who the fuck is?
But he doesn't have
Oh
that
yeah, the
shit.
football player. No, I know that.
Yeah.
He spells my name close to mine. There can only be one.
Oh shit! There's some stuff about Atlas, but I don't know how. There's stuff about Xerox. Weird, because again, it just kind of absorbs all the information around you, and again, I know other people will start putting on their tinfoil hats right now, like, can't catch me, government. But I think that's a really cool thing. That
I like it. I actually think it's awesome. Because, like, you know, for you, like, you have all that shit. Like, let's go down mine. Like, even, like, the top is suggested for you. And it said, on TV today, a new episode of The Flash. Which kind of sucks because I'm not watching that season.
But so, isn't that crazy, though? Because you just started watching it and it knows?
Oh, yeah. Well, like, alright. So, like, you had, like, PlayStation and, like, football and stuff. Like, for me, Kevin Feige on recasting the Avengers in the MCU. Pokemon Sun and Moon players busted after Glitch turns out to be broken sheet. Xbox games with gold. Like, it's just like, they're so different. Spider-Man Homecoming, Zendaya confirms she's not Mary Jane. Like, it's just so fucking different between us that it's crazy. Because the last two, at least for me, it's always some fucked up shit.
So the further down I go, it'll always be things that pertain to my interests, like anime, PlayStation, nerdy stuff. It'll talk about politics. But then
like the bottom was actually a positive thing for me.
But then the further you go down, it just starts becoming darker and darker news.
Trump flip-flopped 6 times in 1 hour. New York Times interview. Abducted woman from Washington found dead. Like, what the fuck?
Right. Now this one. Well, it was actually the first thing on my phone. Google sent me this and was like, "You'll be interested in this in the morning. Have a good morning, Josh. Have a great day." It was Tennessee bus driver charged in crash that left 6 dead, including 5 children. And the first thing I thought when I woke up was, Jesus fucking Christ. Are there any pictures?
What has the world done to you? To us? Because I'd probably be the same way. I'll be on Reddit and I'll see a what the fuck post and I'll just click it without thinking. I'll click it and I'll be like, what'd I click? And then I'll go back for like a really quick second and then hit forward just to quick enough to read it. And then it'll click in my head that I read homeless guy with disease where you can see bones. And I'm like, wait, what the fuck?
And it's so funny. I'm actually a personal witness to this. Is Dakk will click things that he knows he doesn't want to see. But he just does it anyways. It's like he has a possessed hand.
I have idle hands.
He has idle hands.
I'll just be scrolling on Reddit and it'll be like, dick caught on fire for 10 minutes. I'm like, alright, sweet. Let's fucking watch that shit. I don't want to. It just happens.
It's even worse because you and I, we get to the same spot, but we have different reactions about it. I'll click on something like dick caught on fire, and I'll just sit through there. I'll watch the whole 10 minutes, and then I won't even say anything. I'll click out of it, and then go to the next post.
Yeah, see, like, I'll be doing it. I'll probably be, like, right next to my roommate. I'll be next to Chase, because I forgot that he's been on the podcast twice. I'll be right next to him, and, like, just on Reddit, whatever. And I'll tap it, and I'll be like, dick caught on fire, alright? I'll look at it, and then, like, it'll finally load, and it'll start playing, and it'll hit me that I'm looking at a dick fucking, like, swinging around on fire and shit. And I'll be like, what the fuck? And Chase will be like, what? I'm like, I just fucking, like, clicked on a link that said dick on fire, and I didn't even think about it. Like, why? Why did I do that? For the record, this is just an example. I actually have not seen that. I'm half tempted to look it up, but, like,
that's, like, kind of like, using that as an analogy. When I explain my hatred for Cards Against Humanity, I'm just always, like, I'm like the antithesis for most popular opinions.
Yeah, it's true. Luckily, I'm here to not really balance it out, but just be like, yeah, okay.
Yeah, see my point of view.
I like everything. And
so
nothing.
My humor is a lot more on the clever end. And so when I'm playing Cards Against Humanity, I always play really clever answers, but I'm always going to lose to the exploding dildos card. Like, I always use that as my example.
Flying sex snakes is always one too.
Exactly. There's no exploding dildos card, but I always use that as my example. It's
it's because it's true. Like, people always go for the most outrageous thing.
And so that's why I don't like playing Cards Against Humanity. But that's why I thought it was funny that you say, like, burning penises. Because I was like, oh, exploding dildos. You get it. This is why we're friends. But you know what the worst thing is I played Cards Against Humanity for somebody's birthday recently. Oh, you were there.
Yeah, I was there. I was like drunk off my ass and looking at baby elephant gifts.
Yeah, exactly.
That was like
but
the best 10 minutes of my life.
The judge, every single time there was one person in the group who, when my card was read, nobody would laugh or anything, and one person would always go, "That was really clever. That person probably won't win, but that was really clever. Wow, that's a very clever person." And I would just sit there like, fuck my life. And then some card that's like vagina farts would get played, and everyone would laugh, and I'm just like, this straight up, I don't want to live on this planet anymore.
I just remember that night because, like, we went to a restaurant, a nerdy restaurant. It was really cool. It's called AFK Tavern.
Yeah, AFK Tavern.
Okay, the Eaters and Elixirs closed down, which really sucks because that one was actually closer to us. And the other one's like 45 to an hour away.
Exactly.
But it's awesome, and they have drinks that are like themed after like video games and stuff. Like they have the Zero Suit Samus or like Deadpool. Deadpool's Fourth Wall, which is it's hella good. It's like alcoholic lemonade.
They one of my favorite ones is the Triforce.
Yeah, that's my favorite one.
But
just
it'll
because
fuck you up.
It fucks me up, but it doesn't do it right away.
It's
Josh
like what is it? It's like 3 different.
It's Goldschlager, some vodka, and like something else in there.
Yeah, it's like 3 different rums.
Last time we had it, the first time I had it, I think it was the first time it was the first time I drank at a restaurant. I had it and I was with my girlfriend at the time. And like I was with Chase and Josh's girlfriend at the time and like a couple friends. And like I'm the kind of guy that like when I get a girlfriend I have her pictures in the background of my phone because you know I'm a loser like that.
Because you're a sweetheart.
I'm a loser like that.
Daquiri.
And I remember like taking the shot and it doesn't affect me right away. It takes probably like 5 to 10 minutes. And like I pulled out my phone, I looked at it. And then I looked over at my girlfriend. I looked back at my phone. I'm like, how the hell are you here if you're there? I don't know how I got confused about that.
You opened up your camera, and it was on the mode where it looks at you, and you saw a picture of your father, and you were like, I'm becoming my father.
But like, no, dude, I was legitimately confused. I don't know why the fuck I got confused about that. I knew it was my phone. Like, I knew that I wasn't looking at her. It was stupid. The last time...
As much as I hated that place, I miss it because it was a convenient place to...
Like, most of the time that it was
together.
open, it didn't have good service, but it actually ended up getting good service towards the end, which was a bummer because it was actually, like, on getting its feet, like, on the ground and good, but it ended up not working out. But the second time that we went, like, I had that shot, which was that last time when Josh was playing Cards Against Humanity. I drank it. I didn't feel anything for like 5 or 10 minutes. I'm like, all right, I guess like, you know, I'm stronger and better with alcohol than I realized. And then the food came and I had a steak. I started eating the steak. And I was eating the steak and I realized I hadn't looked up from the steak in like 15, 20 minutes. Like,
people were vultures. They started eating your fries.
Oh, I was in the bathroom. I was like, whatever, I'm not going to finish it anyway. I looked up and everyone was already done and I was like halfway through my steak. I'm like, what the fuck? Like, what happened? And then I got like 2 more drinks. I think I got the Deadpool's Fourth Wall, and I think I got 2 of it actually. And then I was just on Reddit, and I saw like a link to baby elephant gifts, and I went on there. That was an hour. That just took an hour, just going through each fucking one, just watching baby elephants, and it was probably one of the best times of my life. Oh my god, I've never felt so happy. And then I subscribed to that subreddit. And I forgot about it, and then the next day I was on Reddit, and I was like looking at like the subs that I'm subscribed to, and I was looking at it. I'm like, what the fuck? Oh yeah, I remember. I haven't looked at one since, but I still have it on there.
Man,
God,
that's so.
that was like I loved. That was
because
awesome.
From my point of view, you just looked like you were on your phone.
Everyone probably thought I was really sad, but I was happier than I had been in 20 years.
You were happy when you were 3, and you were happy when you were there. You were a really happy baby.
I kind of like. I'm really glad I'm not. I'm like. I know I'm annoying when I'm drunk. Fuck. I know I'm annoying when I'm drunk. So like I try really hard not to be, and I try really hard to be quiet, and it ends up just like being really shitty because like I get in my own head and I don't really have a way out. So like I just think about shitty things all the time. I mean, I found my way out apparently now, but like I really wanted to like show the people next to me like, look at this, like, but nobody would have cared, and I know it.
That's what would have been the funniest thing if you did, though.
I probably would have been like, look at this is gonna fall in the leaves. I fucking know I would have squealed.
Like a baby elephant.
God, if you haven't seen them, their baby elephants are like the most adorable thing ever. I love it. I need to get one. But I guess that actually.
I guess like if I could have any exotic pet, I would want a bear, like a.
Oh, dude, I would love to have a bear.
I would want like a grizzly bear. But the thing is like you'd have to have it when it's young, and you also have to beat it up while it's young. So
yeah, dude, because it knows.
I know that's like the worst thing I could probably say, but like let's be truthful here.
Stand over while it's on the ground and like cowering, like, what now?
Okay, because
who's your king?
Because eventually it's gonna get bigger than you, but it needs to have the mentality that you can still beat it.
It's true, yeah. Dude, I saw a video of a guy that had like a pet bear. And it was a full grown bear.
That's fucking crazy.
It was adorable as shit. I want one so bad.
Oh man, I gotta show you these one bears. They're called sloth bears.
I probably know them.
Oh my god, they're the fucking cutest fucking bears I've ever seen. Let me show you a picture of these things. They're like bears that they like don't have they don't have like legs they can stand on. So they're like big dogs.
What the fuck? That's awesome. Speaking of dogs, I had a friend that had a dog. He used to have a dog that looked like a bear, and it was awesome. Like, it was fucking huge and fluffy. Like, never seen an animal fluffier than that. Oh, what the fuck?
They just look like big puppies.
Well, that's not great, but I fucking want a pet bear so bad. God damn.
Sloth bears.
I would love a pet bear. I want to get a munchkin cat. Like, those things are fucking awesome because they look so stupid, and I love it.
You know, I think they're ugly, but I think I would want one of those like Egyptian cats.
Oh, like a Persian cat? We are Siamese, if you please.
The ones that are like hairless and like with the pointy ears.
Oh yeah,
because I wouldn't be allergic to them.
I actually kind of want a hairless cat because they are adorable, like in a weird way. I have another friend that has one, and like her cat was adorable. Like I've only ever seen it once. Because like it was the first time I hung out with her in years, and I haven't actually hung out with her since. But and like the cat, like, I just have a thing for animals, and animals love the shit out of me, and I don't get it.
It's true.
I don't know why, but like it was awesome. Like it was actually not as bad
like Jumanji.
as I thought. I'm like Jumanji.
Yeah.
I'm like a board game.
Yeah.
All right.
But the the board game that summons the animals.
You know, I'm just glad you didn't say like Eliza Thornberry. I would have gotten mad and like walked out. Like, this is my apartment, and I would have walked out.
I wouldn't have said that. That would have been rude.
But I guess that helps us arrive at our next fucking topic. I saw Arrival finally.
I don't know how that helped. Oh, okay.
Because it's animals. I don't fucking know. I just wanted to say I guess that arrives at our next topic. Because I thought that it fit, but apparently, I got
as somebody who appreciates clever things, fuck you.
I can't spell Arrival, apparently.
Alright, so I saw this before you. I want to hear your opinion on it first.
You saw it before I did, and you talked about it last episode, so like I guess you don't really have to make you talk about it again, which is good, because that means I can talk more about it. But I didn't think it was bad. I enjoyed it. I mean, I'm a sucker for like drama stuff anyways. It was a sci-fi movie, sure, but like it was also like it felt like it blended the drama with it really well. It showed off stuff, or it had like a weird. I guess I can say like the timeline wasn't exactly consistent. So like, but people said that like it was obvious. It was kind of like a Memento kind of thing, I guess, if I could say, without being too spoilerish.
To be straight up, this movie has a plot twist. Actually, this movie is basically. Without really going into detail, it's a bunch of plot mechanisms that in any other movie would be considered like a Deus Ex Machina or a plot mechanism. Basically, these things shouldn't make sense, but the whole plot revolves around that, and that's why it makes sense. So, I guess my issue with the movie is it's too safe. It feels like it was written by two people who went to film school, and so.
I wanted to look up the book and see if it was like how close to the book it actually was, because like I feel like it wasn't, but like because it said based on the novel, so it probably wasn't. And
then so it does have a major plot twist towards the end of the movie, or more towards like the last quarter of the movie.
It was
funny thing is
towards the end, yeah.
Funny thing is, in the first 15 minutes, I guessed it.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't know how. Like Chase even said that it was predictable, and I was like, how is that predictable?
I'll tell you.
They set it up in such a good way. Like it was like, what the fuck?
Oh, it was pretty predictable. I wish I could go into more detail about this because I would tear this movie a new one.
Yeah, but I don't want that. I don't want you to ruin it for me.
It's safe. It's a safe movie. If you want to watch a sci-fi movie, if you're having a sci-fi fix right now, go for the trailers.
Yeah, the trailers like it's like there's a lot of sci-fi movies coming out. Yeah. Like they have like a new Avatar or some shit, like the Avatar, but it was based on the guy. It was like by the guy that did Fifth Element, and I was watching it, and I was like, this just looks like it's gonna be shitty. Like I don't want to see that. I don't know.
But it has Amy Adams. Amy Adams was good in Arrival.
She's always good. Amy Adams.
I just like her in anything. In all honesty.
Oh yeah. It has Jeremy Renner too, which I knew that, but I forgot that going in. For me, like movies like that, like when they show the trailers off, I just want to see the design for the aliens. That's what I care about for some reason.
I guess
I don't know why.
So
because the trailers didn't show shit except like the tentacle, fucking arm snack in the window. That was it. So,
when I was going to see Arrival, I mistook it for Alive. There's a sci-fi movie coming out called Alive. And Alive looks like a knockoff of Alien, but I said, okay, you know what? It's going to be a knockoff of Alien. There's only one Alien movie in my heart.
So you went into it expecting shitty.
I went in there expecting, okay, this is going to help get me by until August.
All right.
Okay. I thought it was just going to help me get by. And then it was Arrival.
So you basically just went in expecting shitty. Like, not like expecting to come out not liking it. That's what I did with Guardians of the Galaxy. And then I watched it again and I actually like it. I'm excited for 2.
I had no expectations going into Arrival.
Okay. No, like I didn't either, because like the trailers don't portray it right either, because the movie's a lot more of a personal story than the trailers let you think. Like the trailers make it feel like
that's like Independence Day.
Kind of, yeah. It's like Independence Day, whereas like the movie itself is actually just about Amy Adams' character, and I think that's one of the reasons I liked it, because I like personal stories too. Like, I mean, sure, I like I like Shin Godzilla because like it was about the government stuff, and like it was showing. It did a good job of showing Godzilla, but it also showed the behind the scenes, the government actions and everything. And I was like, all right, that's kind of cool because it actually seemed to be how it would be. Mm-hmm. Oh God, I drank a Monster and now I'm like burping it up and it sucks. But like I like it when it's a personal story. Like, but I guess the new Godzilla for the American Godzilla I didn't like because it was a personal story. Like I hated that
because it was Aaron Taylor Johnson's personal story.
Aaron Taylor Johnson's weird romantic twist with Godzilla. Like I don't know. I thought they were gonna make out at the end. It was weird.
Okay, that movie has enough time to pass where I can rip this one a new one. Okay?
Oh yeah, no, go ahead.
There's this scene on my phone. In the American Godzilla. There's this scene where Godzilla falls down, and Aaron Taylor Johnson falls down, and it's like a parallel shot where like they're both doing the same actions at the same time, and Aaron Taylor Johnson's on the boat, Godzilla is on land, right? They fall over, they're making eye contact with each other, and then it's the last thing Aaron Taylor Johnson sees before he goes unconscious is the glimmering eyes of a misunderstood beast. I like to think that the next scene is Aaron Taylor Johnson in a hospital bed, and the only way to save his life and Godzilla's life is for them to get a blood transfusion, and Godzilla's in a hospital bed next to him.
The giant IV in his arm.
Like that movie, it just did some questionable things. Will I watch the next one? Probably. It's Godzilla. But I guess what I'm getting at is Shin Godzilla was memorable. Arrival isn't. I would say it's a 3 out of 5. Like, it did nothing bad. There was nothing really like terrible about the movie.
Yeah, when I came out of it, I was thinking I wouldn't be upset if I never saw it again, but I was glad I did see it.
It's a movie where, again, I guess for me, I've seen exponentially more movies as well. To the point, even working at a movie theater for a time, I watched everything that came out, where there's so much stuff that I've seen that is just completely forgettable. That, again, if you do have a thirst for a sci-fi movie right now, go and see it. I wouldn't rush out Christmas morning to go see this movie.
Yeah. I mean, it was a good movie, but it wasn't like a movie that, I'm not going to tell people like, hey, go see it. Like, it's not a must-see movie. It was just like, it was a good time killer kind of thing. A good thing, like, way to kill 2 hours. I did learn one thing. Going to the movie theater, I was thirsty and I was hungry, and Chase was like, do you want to get food before or after? And then we were going to go before, but then we ended up doing it after. But, because I took a nap because, like, I was sick. I'm getting over it now, and, like, I'm fine. You can probably hear it a little bit.
Yeah, don't worry about getting the flu via our radio waves.
Yeah, no, like, you should be fine. I'm not.
I've been sick for years.
But, so I was still hungry, so I was like, all right, cool, I'm going to order popcorn and a drink. So I ordered a medium popcorn. This is like, the size you would expect. And the medium drink came. That motherfucker. I thought I ordered like a 2 liter or some shit.
You did.
I didn't realize.
That's a medium.
I didn't realize the medium soda was give me diabetes. Like, what the fuck? That, I can drink. You've seen it, Josh. I can drink soda really quick. That medium lasted me from 3:30 in the afternoon to 9 o'clock at night.
I know. I believe it.
Like, you worked at a movie theater, so, like, you knew. But, like, fuck, it was crazy.
You know, there is an idea behind it. It's because you don't want to constantly be getting out of your seat to get a refill.
No, it totally makes sense. It's definitely true, but, like, I don't know, it just surprised me. I was like,
No,
I didn't know how to fucking hold it, because, like, I had a popcorn bag in one hand, like, the drink, and I felt like a loser walking around with a popcorn bag and the drink, and, like, because I don't do that ever. It was weird.
Everyone, I just imagine other people with a popcorn and drink putting it down just to point at you, and like they're whispering to their significant other. Look at that
There was
loser.
a cute girl checking the tickets like right before the movie theater and I was I looked at him like, fuck. There goes any chance. So
you ask her if she wants to go see a movie.
I go, hey.
She's like, I work here.
It's a little too much popcorn for me. Man.
How about you, me, and this 2-liter get together sometime?
I can make like a YouTube series of me just hitting on girls. Dude, I'll probably actually. I wonder how successful I could ever be with that. But like, I don't think I would be. But like, I'm pretty sure I could come up with some funny stuff. Like,
I still have. You have this one.
I have.
You have this one pickup line that's my absolute favorite.
Perfect way to pick up a girl
at a grocery store.
That works at a grocery store.
Even more next level.
Because I worked at a grocery store, so I had a lot of time to think about it, and I was like, fuck, this is a good one. And I came home and told Josh, because that was when we were living together. So, like, what you do, I'd probably work with a guy, too. I assume, like, if you're trying to pick up a guy at a grocery store, it would work, too.
Yep.
So, you know, ladies, dudes, try it out, you know, whoever. So you go up to the person, and you're like, hey, where can I find, you know, you come up with something, like, where can I find the milk? And they'll be like, oh, it's the dairy aisle, it's over there. Where can I find the bread? You know, it's in the bread aisle. And then you're like, oh, where can I find your number?
You just basically keep stringing them along so they don't realize you're going to even say a pickup line.
No, exactly. Like, it's perfect. Because, they're not going to fucking expect it. And if you guys use it, I want royalties. I want to be invited to your wedding. I want to be invited to your date. I'll take a table, like, off to the side. I'll even buy my own food. I just want to be there to see how it works out.
We want to have you on the Xenocast.
I want you on the Xenocast. But like when you're on the date, we'll do the fucking like Bluetooth in the ear, and like we'll be on a call, and she'll say something. You'll be like, "What do I say? What do I say?"
That's
like,
our
say this.
Yeah, that's our condition. Please, we've actually always wanted to do the Bluetooth in the ear.
Josh and I will act like we're on a date ourselves. Like we don't care how far we'll go. We just want to see it.
Listen. We're thinking of doing this game show where we'll set up a blind date. And both of you, I'll get one of the people, Dakk will get the other, and we'll do the Bluetooth. But both the people on the date will have a Bluetooth headphone in, and we're both telling them what to say.
So it basically just evolve into me and you having a normal conversation, like them saying it back and forth.
We should, hey, I have a new idea. How about we do that for the Xenocast? We Bluetooth 2 people.
We might have
to speak for us on the Xenocast.
That'd be kind of awesome. I wonder how well we could get that to work. That'd be fun. Holy
all right.
Shit. All right. Well, we got plans. We got like a couple plans coming for the future of this. Fuck.
But yes, if you do end up using this line, whether it's successful or unsuccessful, please message us. Let us know.
Let us know how well it worked out, because I really want to
give you a shout out regardless, because at least you tried.
I want to try it out, but I'm too afraid of people to do it, so I can't do it and use it. Plus, the only grocery store I go to, I used to work at. I know everybody there. Yeah. There was one girl that worked there that used to work that I would totally have like tried it on, but like she doesn't work there anymore, and she moved somewhere to like fucking Oklahoma or some shit, and it sucks. I'm still butthurt about that. That was like over a year ago.
I would try it, but
well, you already got a girlfriend.
Exactly.
So you can't. I think I came up with another pickup line not that long ago now.
You did. It was also high quality.
Yeah.
I can't remember it though, so I'm not even gonna try and dig for it.
Yeah, it was. I come up with them every once in a while.
But when you do, there's a lot of setup to them, and that's why they're always so good.
Yeah, because like you never see it. I wish I could fucking remember it. Damn it! Fuck my feeble memory.
You know, at least like you think of pickup lines. I remember when I used to see like a cute girl or something, I would always say, "Well, I really hope like a tornado hits or like a zombie apocalypse happens, and we have to like work together to survive."
You go up to her and you're just like standing next to her, but like you're not actually like looking at her, and you just go, "This place would make a good shelter if we were to settle down here." She just looks at you like, "What the fuck?"
Oh man! Oh, so in recent events, Pokemon Moon just came out.
Yeah,
or Pokemon Sun.
Pokemon Sun and Moon, whatever, SuMo, whatever you want to call it.
I can't wait for. Did they call it SuMo? That's pretty.
That's what people are calling it because if you look up Pokemon S&M, yeah, people were quick to jump on that one.
Okay.
So,
man, I like thinking about what they're gonna come up with next. You know, they're like Diamond and Pearl, Sun and Moon. Boy and girl.
People used to be like so mad that like they diverted away from color after Ruby and Sapphire. And it's like they went color and then metal and then like gemstones and then more gemstones.
Where are they gonna go after Sun and Moon? Those are planets.
I mean, the rumor planets.
Yeah.
They're celestial beings, but okay.
Well, the moon is a planet. The sun is a gas.
The rumor is like the third part.
Yeah, I should have shown Pokemon Sun. All right, keep going.
Wait. Last week we were talking about how I've been doing nothing but playing Skyrim and how my life is an empty pit of vast darkness and it's just swirling downwards.
Yes.
This week it's all about Pokemon and like nothing else has changed. So I've been playing Pokemon and I've just beat the Elite Four last night.
So it's constants and variables.
Yeah, exactly. There's always a man. There's always a lighthouse. There's always a something.
There's always a sun. There's always a moon.
There's always a game. There's always a spiraling pit of despair. There's always a dude. So, but like, honestly, I think it's probably like the best one. They fixed a lot of stuff. They definitely changed a few mechanics and they made it a lot better. And I want to say it's more accessible to newer people, mostly because the first hour and a half is just handhold.
I was watching you play a little bit, and damn, this game is polished.
It looks really good. Like the people are actually people. They're not like fucking morph squished things anymore. The graphics are still largely the same, just a little bit better. Frame rate still has a little bit of drop, but it's only when there's a lot of shit going on, and that there's a lot of shit that goes on sometimes. Now, especially with Z moves, they kept Pokemonomy around, but they call it Pokemon Refresh, and it's a lot better. And like after a battle, you can groom it.
Do my Pokemon still want me to rub their tits? Because that was pretty.
My
all right, so
my Raichu really likes it when I rub the base of his tail that he's sitting on, like right between his legs. So it's a little weird.
Oh, the Gooch.
Yeah, I think it's a dude though, so it's
the Gucci-mon?
Yeah. Speaking of which, fucking Alolan Raichu is awesome. I love that motherfucker.
I think it's a.
There's
I really
three
hope
Pokemon that's been carrying me through the entire game. That motherfucker is one of them.
I hope they keep going with that idea.
It'd be cool, like the next generation they add like a new variants of older Pokemon, like Gen 2 this time or something. Mm-hmm. That'd be fucking awesome. I would love that shit, because I love the Alolan forms.
I think it's a really cool idea.
I hope they don't not drop it, but I hope they don't like put it off to the side like they did in Mega Evolutions. Like you don't get Mega Evolutions in this one until you beat the Elite Four.
Yeah, I don't think they added any new Megas either.
No, they didn't. It's kind of a bummer because I like the Mega Evolutions a lot. But oh well, what can you do?
Exactly. All right. Well, so funny enough, I had no intention of buying this game at all, and I actually accidentally purchased this game, and so I told Jack this prior, but I haven't really gone into details. Let him.
So I think like what happened. So what I think has happened is that you did this with No Man's Sky as well. You reserved it. You forgot you reserved it, and you ended up getting it. No,
this one is a lot more complicated.
What the fuck?
And let me give you the whole story. Okay. It was my girlfriend's little brother's birthday, last Saturday.
Okay.
And I thought, you know what, I'm gonna be the coolest boyfriend. The game came out the day before his birthday. Okay, so I was pretty confident. Nobody has, his parents definitely didn't plan that far ahead. No parents plan that far ahead, especially with video games.
Well, some do. Some can be actually like pretty surprising about it.
It's the odds were ever in my favor. I go to GameStop, and I go and buy Pokemon Moon, and I also buy a Pokemon plush. It was a Wobbuffet,
Of course it was.
Because I love Wobbuffet. And
Of course you do.
Yeah. All right, so I put that on the counter. I put Pokemon Moon on the counter, right? And he's like, the shop clerk was like, okay, well, blah, blah, here's the game. You excited to play it? And I said, oh, actually, it's not for me. It's actually for my girlfriend's little brother. And he looked at me and he went, of course it is. He said the line, you don't have to lie. This game's for you. And I was like, no, it's for...
When I was working in the electronics section at the grocery store, I ran
Yes.
into that kind of thing too. But, with my luck, I kind of ran into it, but I didn't at the same time. With my luck, it was a really attractive girl. And she was buying it. And I was trying to think, all right, do I need to try and sell her on it? Because she's already buying it. Do I need to, try and be like, oh, this is a good game, blah, 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 it's fun. Do I want to admit that I play it? How do I approach this? I don't really remember it ultimately, but I don't think I ever figured out if it was for her or not. But she never said anything that made it sound like it wasn't for her. So, that's my luck right there.
And so...
I was on the other end of it, and it was worse.
Okay, I'm glad it was worse. I'm glad. All right, so I get to my car, and I'm heading over to a local grocery store to buy a gift bag because I thought it'd be kind of tacky just to here you go.
Here you go, kid. Throw it out like a fucking frisbee.
Hits him in the head.
Knocks him out until 8 years later.
Yeah, 8 years later. Where am I? He's now 20 years old, but has the mentality of a 12-year-old. And then my girlfriend texts me and says, "Hey, I know you were planning on getting my little brother Pokemon. I just want to let you know that his friend actually got it for him yesterday." And I have such a weird personality at times where it even takes me back. Instead of going back to GameStop or getting upset or anything, I immediately saw the text, and then, funny enough, I actually took a picture of the gift to send to my girlfriend to be like, "Hey, got the gift, right?" And immediately, I stopped everything I was doing, parked my car, went and scrolled through my photos, went to the photo, saw the Wobbuffet and the Pokemon Moon, and said, "Happy birthday to me."
See, I would be...
and so it's still in there. It's still in my trunk, and I just immediately came to terms with the situation, and I was like, you know what, I have it now, and I don't want to go back.
I would have been the same way because I just hate the confrontation of returning stuff. Back before we started the podcast, we were still planning it. I was gonna get a laptop for it, which I did, but I didn't want to wait for Amazon to mail a good one. So I just went down to the grocery store, to an electronics store, and I bought a laptop. Turns out it was really shitty. Took 5 minutes to load anything. It was terrible. And it was $200, and I had to fucking fight myself to go return it because I just hate doing it. I just hate the fucking standing in line and talking to people, and then they're always so why are you returning it? And I'm oh, it just wasn't fast enough. It's just
yeah.
It's, I don't know. It's awkward for me. I hate that.
And so it's really funny that this I never really get upset about anything, but I'm way too abnormal on how fast I come to terms with things, because it's just immediately the lemons turn to lemonade. I did take her little brother out later to get a game, and we went to GameStop. I said, "Hey, pick anything," and he wanted a party game, so I picked up We Party You, and didn't work. Of course. So I'm gonna return it.
Oh yeah, we were gonna do that yesterday when we went to go get lunch at work.
Exactly.
How about that?
But it's just funny because again, it was just all right. Well, that's how it is, I guess.
her boyfriend, her little brother's gonna fucking hate you. He's gonna be at your wedding and he's gonna be like, "Fuck that guy." He's gonna try and talk her out of it. You shouldn't do it. Motherfucker can't get me a birthday present.
It was cool though because without...
Watch your back, Josh. Watch your back.
Everything benefited me in this because even with all the little success I had on getting him a birthday gift...
Little success, no success.
the negative success. I feel like it's negative because I tried and failed.
Twice.
And actually, the birthday gift went to me, so it's definitely more negative success. I still feel like overall... everything worked out in my favor because not only do I have Pokemon Moon now, which is looking sick.
If you ever get to it.
Oh, I will.
Like, you
Trust
have
me.
fucking Dark Souls 3 you still need to play through. You have Final Fantasy 15 next week that's coming out.
Okay, so I have a week.
A week, yeah. Wow, you have, like... I know you have other games. You're gonna get Watch Dogs 2 tonight, like...
Oh, yeah. But,
Dead Rising 4 comes out soon.
Oh, yeah, I guess that's a good time to announce, the Xenocast will be, streaming weekly or bi-weekly soon.
We're definitely gonna be trying to. I need to make a fucking Twitch for the Xenocast instead, and honestly, and I'll probably give it control over to you just because for that one, just because I have my own Twitch account, so like, and that way I don't have to like go through login.
Oh no, that's completely okay. I'll take that one, and but so if you're into watching Let's Plays or any streaming, if you like our back and forth, our banter, it's even better when we play video games.
It's so much better.
We've had some really shitty experiences.
It's not as bad as like me and my old friend Bryce Tabs, who's eventually going to be on here. I'm hoping, because I keep saying him and saying his name, and then
he will be.
I keep saying he's going to be on here, and he's not ever on here. I haven't even talked to him about it lately, or at all. But because like me and him, he has a shitty internet connection, but he won't believe that it's his internet connection. And there, like, specifically, there's one game of Halo 3 years ago we played, and it was laggy like a motherfucker. I was on a Warthog, and I was like yelling at him, "Get in the Warthog! Get the fuck in it! We gotta go kill them!" Like, he's like, I can't get in." I'm like, "Why? Why can't you get in? It's a fucking fight. It's right in front of you. Just hit X and get in." He's like, "It's upside down." Like, we went back and looked at this video. It was upside down. It's just like shit like that all the time. But no, like, you and me, like, we're really good at it, and sometimes we do tend to roleplay into the games a little bit.
Oh,
it's
definitely.
Really weird.
One of my favorite moments was when Chase got his Xbox. We would rent games when he'd go to sleep.
I forgot about that.
And we played Dead Rising 3.
Oh my god.
There was this thing where there's mementos that you can find. They're like collectibles, and it's like murder scenes where like...
well, not murder, but like it's where people die.
It's where people have been killed tragically by zombies or by raiding or something. And so basically the environment lets you piece together what happened. But when you go there and discover it, sad piano music starts playing. Like really like, you know, oh, what has happened to this world? Right?
And if you haven't played Dead Rising before, it's a zombie apocalypse game, open world. You're on a timer, and like it's fun, but it's fucking hectic. And like you create your own weapons. Like you get a paddle, and you get a chainsaw, and all of a sudden you got chainsaws on your paddles. And like,
oh, definitely.
You get like a bullhead that you can like put on your head and you charge and shit. Or you can mix it with a flamethrower and like breathe fire, or like put it on your bike and you can.
The weapons are very creative, but the controls are not good at all, and hopefully they fix it in the new one. But the controls have always been very wonky. So
but I feel like it adds to the game a lot more. Because like at least when I panic, I forget controls. Like you've seen it, I'll play Destiny, I'll forget controls instead of like throwing grenade, I'll melee, and it'll be like nothing in front of me, and I'll fucking die.
Oh man, and it's so Dead Rising 3 is really funny. Example of just Dakk and I fucking around in video games. I dressed up as... You
dressed up as a luchador. You had the mask.
I was a luchador.
Oh no, you had a luchador for a while. Then you put on a superhero costume but a police hat, and we called him Officer Hero.
I was Officer Hero for most of the game.
God, it was
and
fucking
so
stupid.
As Officer Hero, I found a house that was broken into, and like the girl was dead, and
just remember, even though you can combine weapons and make crazy shit like I was saying earlier, Josh had a chair. He just had a chair.
It was convenient at the time. I forgot the controls when I saw this because I was trying to pick something up, and I accidentally threw the chair across the room as the sad piano music is playing, and Dakk just yells, "It should have been me!"
One of the best memories that I'm ever going to have of us playing video games, because this is what started us to just as a duo in general.
Oh, it was just late nights side-by-siding video games.
Yeah, exactly. Like not even just doing co-op, but
of course.
The first one that we did that I can know of was Beyond Two Souls, because we didn't know it had multiplayer, and we weren't going to play it at all. But then we found out it had multiplayer where one person played the girl and one person played the ghost.
Oh, the
obvious way would have been me playing the girl and Josh playing the ghost, but we decided to mix it up, and I played the ghost and Josh played the girl. And so like my main goal as the ghost was to fuck as much shit up as I could, and then Josh was trying to be all nice and shit.
I watched my life fall apart.
He would constantly yell, "No! Stop! Daquiri, why? Please stop!" Like I was trying to light I was trying to like hit people in the face with knives and like light a house on fire. You're like, come on, they just locked me in a cupboard. Stop.
There's a part early into the game where you're being bullied by the other kids at like a birthday party, and Dakk is able to attack them as the ghost. And at first it's just like, making one trip, and I'm like, good one. Yeah,
you got him.
Yeah, that'll show him.
Come
right?
open the cupboard.
And then Dakk starts dropping knives.
Like throwing them across the room.
And I'm like, no, stop, you're out of control. And then a candle falls over, lights the curtain on fire, and I just slowly go from being really like, Dakk, you have to stop this, to
I flip the table and hit someone in the face with it.
And then it keeps going as you're just going on a rampage, and my tone just goes, no, Dakk, stop. Dakk, please.
There's another
stop.
part. There's one part where she's getting ready for a date, and like as the ghost, I was like, there's multiple ways you could go about it. You could either try and ruin the date, or you could try and like help her out, or just leave her alone. I tried to ruin it, of course. So like, she was in the shower, and I took over, and I was like writing on the mirror, like, don't do it. He's a dick, whatever. Like, it's like, fuck you. Like, you're mine. You can't have him, or he can't have you. I burned her dinner. I fucking like made her place a mess. I think
ruined
I hit
my
her
dinner date.
I think I hit her clothes, or like ruined her clothes or something. It worked out for you in the end. I was hella mad about it, but god damn, I really wish we could go back and play that game for the first time again.
After that,
it was not.
The game is terrible.
It was not a good game.
The plot is
we made it fun as shit.
I would not trade that experience for anything. We wanted to get matching bracelets where mine said,
"I'm his girl," and yours was gonna be, "I'm his girl," and I'm his ghost. Oh my god! I think after that one was
Also,
oh, before we get too far off topic,
yes.
I do want to say for me streaming, it might be a little difficult just because I do live with Chase, and like we tend to go to bed at the same time just because like me and him both wake up at 4:30 in the morning.
Exactly. Yes.
So like streaming might be a little difficult for me. Like I might, but like no, we'll set aside a day, and like we'll definitely. Excuse me. I'll commit to that for sure.
Even if it's on Saturdays or on a weekend where it's much more accessible.
Sundays would be the best, but like I don't know. We'll see. Like it'll probably be Monday, or not Monday, like Wednesday or Thursday or something. If you're not like with Taylor or something at all. Yeah. So like we'll figure it out. We'll definitely figure it out because we got a bunch of stuff we gotta get. God, excuse me, get done.
Man, you are like one of those like you're
me.
like a bop it. Dakk it.
But I think the next game after we did Beyond Two Souls was Doom 3.
Doom 3 was
if
still
you
one
want
of
to
my
talk
best.
About that, I gotta go to the bathroom really bad.
Right.
And I don't want to stop the podcast for it.
No,
so.
you're good.
Right, keep going.
Doom 3 was definitely one of our best experiences. I've never played Doom 3 before playing with Dakk.
I played the shit out of it growing up. Holy
and
fuck.
Dakk lives off of Doom. And so, of course, we were stoked for the Xbox One Doom to come out. But we played Doom 3 side by side. I put his TV, he put his TV next to mine. And every night, we would just drink and play Doom 3. And I didn't know anything that was going on. But that was one of the greatest gaming experiences for me. Basically, every day that we played it, that was like the one thing, like working, that was the one thing I'd look forward to. And man, what are they called? Revenants? The skeletons with the fucking jetpacks. I remember those were my arch nemesis. I would call them Skeletron. And yeah, Doom 3, that was definitely a cool experience. I think a lot of people hate Doom 3 because it's more of like a survival horror where other Doom games are like this run and gun. But man, it's just such a ridiculous game. You can use your bare fists to beat the shit out of things and make them explode.
Going back really quick to the Skeletrons, it's really funny that you had him as your like arch rival. Because, like, mine was the Archvile, which I actually didn't even think about, like, that. I didn't play that. But mine was the Archvile, which he could fucking bring people back from the dead. And I called him Reavers because I couldn't remember their name.
I always called them Reavers because I thought you knew everything.
Yeah, I know most of it. But, like, not to, sound full of myself. But, and, like, those were my worst enemy. And I knew their scream so distinctly. And, like, every time I fucking heard it, I would just stop and I'd sit in a corner and just wait to see it. And, they weren't that common. They were probably like 4 in the game at the most. So like, it was the most terrifying fucking part of my life whenever I heard that scream. and I just like I stopped and looked around. I'm like, all right, I got to plan this shit because they can clap and like fucking fire comes out and like at you. I'm really glad they either kind of didn't have it in the new one. Actually, that was godsend.
Do you remember? So one of the more common enemies, they're called imps, and they basically like softball throw fire at you. There'd be moments in Doom 3 where you just like you're killing tons of enemies, zombies, revenants. You're killing just everything, and then I don't know if this is planned or not, but it always seems to happen. Is one imp after everyone was dead would slowly make his way to the room. You'd see the shutter doors open to the side, and then he'd walk in with his hands over like he's going, "Hey, guess who showed up to the party? I brought the kegger.
Brought the beer. Where'd everyone go?" And then you just fucking punch him in the face and he's gone.
Exactly. Oh man, that game makes you feel like such a badass.
Doom 3 is probably one of the best. It's probably the best gaming experience I've ever had. Playing that again for like the billionth time with you, because like I played the crap out of it. I knew everything that happened, so nothing was a surprise. But like you'd get drunk and play it, so like everything was a surprise.
Every night I would get drunk and play it, and there were just parts where the first time they introduced this enemy, it's called a pinky. It's basically like this big bull thing that runs at you.
It was like a big dog, but like the back legs were robot legs or something. You could find it pretty easily.
The first time you find it, again, Dakk already played it. He'd be like, "Hey, Josh, stand behind this door," and I'm like, "Right here, yeah, right there. Why?" And then the pinky bust through the window, and I'm like, "Oh, all right."
There'd be times where there'd be times where I would just stop, and you'd look at my screen, you'd be like, "Why'd you stop?" I'm like, "No, I'll just keep going. I don't want to get too far ahead of you." And like I'd let you just keep going. I'd let whatever was scare the shit out of you every time. God, dude, I fucking missed that game. It's in VR now, and we need to play it.
Oh no, I saw that it was in VR. That will definitely be an experience for us.
We hella need to fucking play that. I told Chase about it, and like I was like, because Chase is like mentally wired to hate everything I love, and I was like,
it's true.
I was like, "Chase, there's a VR game I need you to get that I might need you to buy or to pick up, and you're not gonna be happy about it." He was like, "What is it?" I was like, "They put Doom 3 in VR," and he actually was like, "They did?" Like he actually sounded kind of interested in it. So
hell yeah,
it might not be a hard sell. We won't be able to stream it, but
of course,
it'll fucking be fun.
That game and Alien Isolation are the games I want in VR.
Alien Isolation has been in VR.
So if we're going to talk about some of our best experiences, playing that, Dead Space, and Alien, all of our space horrors.
Oh yeah,
they're all outer space horror games, and
that's like
those
my
were
favorite shit.
That was our best fucking games we played together.
We never even finished Dead Space 2.
We didn't.
Which is a bummer because I need to play.
We'll have to go through that.
It needs to be backwards compatible now that Mass Effect 2 and 3 are on Xbox One. Like fucking, they can do Dead Space now.
Exactly.
Or just reboot it. Fuck it. I want a reboot of Dead Space.
I would take it.
Third one ended on them, everyone in the planet dying. I want a reboot.
Exactly.
I want to play as a necromorph, whatever. I want to be a necromorph, and like the horror is like trying to survive against the humans.
Who's the real monster? All right, Dakk. But of course, we are the Xenocast. Alien Isolation was probably the scariest but most heartwarming games.
It was the scariest game we've ever played. That game never stopped being scary. It was scary the entire fucking way through. Like, we played PT in one night. We played it like all the way through one night. It stopped being scary after like the third hour.
We played PT after Alien Isolation.
Oh, it was.
And I think because of
PT was terrifying. Don't get me wrong. That game was fucking terrifying.
I think
but we got desensitized really quick.
I'm already a very desensitized person based off of how much horror I watch. Alien Isolation still got to me.
Oh my God.
When I played PT, it was just an experience. I was like, "Oh, this is cool."
Okay, yeah, I was scared.
The entire time through, I was just like, "This is pretty cool." Oh, there's a fucking fridge. The only part that made me jump, and it always gets me. The only part that made me jump during PT is there's this fucking chandelier that falls. It's like the least scary thing out of all the things that in PT, but it fucking fell, and I was like, "What the fuck?"
Oh, I missed that game.
Do you remember? I don't remember how well you remember our playthrough of Alien Isolation. Do you remember that part? I recorded it. It was a double scare.
Oh, the part when it ran out of the room into the smoke?
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember that. That was scary. For some reason, I think it's because we know how scary the Xenomorph can be. Of course, obviously,
oh my God.
We're named after it. But we know how scary it can be, so we were terrified of that fucking game. And like we always talk about how scary it was, and nobody believes.
Nobody else believes that it's scary. But again, it's probably because we.
It's an experience too.
And also we also understand a lot more in depth. Like I was playing this Alien rail shooter the other day at round 1. It's a local arcade.
Oh yeah, I know that one. Like
and
I don't know if
it had different species of aliens that are only in like the comics and the books.
There's a comic series going right now. You know that, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
And but it was really cool because I was like. There was like one xenomorph that was as big as a building, and like there were face huggers with wings, and I was like, "This is terrifying" because of how accurate it is. And that's how I realized that if I wrote an alien screenplay, it would probably not sell that well because they'd be like, "Oh, face huggers with wings, what is that?" When I'm just being accurate to the canon material.
I should probably pick up the Alien comics now. I'm thinking about it.
Actually, I'll lend you one first.
I'll just buy them. Like if
no, because I have this really good one. It's called Fire and Stone. I don't know if you're reading anything right now, but I can actually...
I'm reading Rick and Morty Volume 3. I gotta read Walking Dead Volume 2. I gotta read Spider-Man 2099.
Okay, so your play is full.
I gotta read Persona 4 as manga still.
Okay, well, you let me know when you're ready, because I own... it's one of the more recent comics, so it has better artwork.
I'm just lazy and games keep coming out and I keep getting distracted.
No, I feel you.
But anyway...
But it's called Fire and Stone.
Okay.
And it's basically the Prometheus timeline. Okay. And so it's...
well, I mean, it's all one timeline, but yeah, sure.
Yeah.
For now, it's one timeline, but sure, yeah.
It may or may not be.
Did they fucking like change it up or something?
It may or may not be.
Okay.
But it's really cool to see because it takes place before Prometheus, and so it gives you a little bit of insight to like what the new movie might be about.
Okay.
So it's really cool.
Back to Alien Isolation though. Yeah. Like people don't believe us.
Oh, nobody. It's this game where if you watch YouTubers play it or something, you're gonna be like, I don't get why it's scary. Chase watched you play it. And
Chase is when it comes to scary stuff, he can't handle it.
He
didn't get that far in PT. Like he probably went through the hallway twice and that was it. That's all he did.
And he went, nope.
And he was done. Watching Amnesia he couldn't do it. I'm surprised he was able to play through Dead Space, but I think it's because you actually can fight back.
Yeah.
He was watching me play Alien once, Alien Isolation, and I was terrified the entire time, even though I'd already played through it. I was just playing through it on my own, and he was like, wow, you're actually scared of this? Like, that's stupid. Like, you shouldn't be scared. I'm like, all right, fine, motherfucker, you play it.
I think it's because it's a movie character. Oh, yeah, so you gave him the controller.
I handed him the controller, and, he looked at it, and he crouched, and he's like, okay, I get it. I'm scared. I'm fucking terrified. He got it, within the first 10 seconds.
It's the entire environment. You just feel so helpless during that game. You have the androids who, they're so systematic in what they do. The humans are reckless. They did a really good job of having, you have easy mode, which are the humans. You have the androids, which are intermediate. And then you have the xenomorph that's always a lurking threat.
There's nothing you can do about the xenomorph. You get scared away, but that's it, and then it comes back.
You get scared away with fire, but they did such a good job. It starts to learn.
Yeah, it does. You got the flamethrower, and that motherfucker learned to keep away from you.
Yeah, he was...
You just kept flaming it, and you would stare at it, and you'd have the flamethrower out, and it would, kind of hide its face a little bit, and it'd start coming towards you. You'd fucking blow it with fire, and it'd get back up and shit. About an hour of that, it would start charging you. You would do it, it would fucking come at you and knock you over, and you were like, oh, fuck!
It became this huge mental battle where it was me versus the ultimate life form. And that's actually how the game feels. You're trapped with the ultimate life form. And there was a time where I had the flamethrower, and I didn't have any ammo for the flamethrower. The alien's scared of fire. And I didn't have any ammo, so I whipped out the flamethrower, and the xenomorph went... That's the thing I'm scared of, right? And so I'm backing away with the flamethrower. And it starts to realize he hasn't been shooting it. And that was the scariest thing. How intelligent they can make video games now. I was legitimately scared.
I've seen so far. There was one night where I was playing Bioshock 1 because I love Bioshock with a passion. And you and me were having a half-hour long discussion about the AI of the game, and I think that you didn't realize. I don't think you knew that I knew that much about video games in general, but we were talking. I was talking about the big daddies at pathing and the AI and stuff, and how it's programmed to always take care of a little sister, But like, if there's no little sister in the area, like blah, 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 it does this, or like if there's a little sister, it'll do this.
Exactly.
And I just happened to come across a Big Daddy as I was talking about it. That was glitched because there was a little sister that I'd already cured, but for some reason she was glitched and she wasn't leaving. So like he was trying to protect her, but there was another little sister that I think was actually the one he was supposed to protect. So the AI couldn't figure out what it wanted to do, so it was just going back and forth between the two. And like that's when we sat there and talked about it for like a half hour.
And it was such a cool experience, like seeing how the programming works.
Yeah, like that game came out 2006 maybe.
Yeah,
it was old. But actually, like I can look it up. I'm too lazy to look it up. It's old, and then like the remaster just came out, and like it's so much fun to play through it every time.
It's cool to see it become relevant again.
I love it, but it's just like that game came out so long ago, but like it's such a smartly programmed game, and like it was ahead of its time. And the problem was that BioShock 1 didn't sell that well. BioShock 2 came out, it sold too well, but it wasn't that great of a game, so people were like, well, BioShock kind of sucks. And then Infinite came out, and then everyone loved Infinite. And Infinite was definitely the
I'm
pinnacle.
surprised that BioShock 1 didn't sell that well, because that was still in a time where...
It was a launch title, almost. It wasn't exactly a launch title.
It came out in a time where demos were still relevant.
Yeah,
and everybody downloaded the demo.
That was back when I was a kid, and I was just downloading demos for every game.
Exactly.
Because I couldn't afford the game, so I just played that all the time.
I remember that.
That was back when Uno was on the Xbox, and it was free, and that was before it became Dick Central. that was a fun change of pace. I wasn't a fan of it. I stopped playing it before that, but it was interesting. I kind of actually miss Uno on the Xbox. It's on the Xbox One, but like nobody's gonna play it now. But because people probably don't know this, because it's not really a well-known thing. They had Uno on the Xbox 360, and you could play it with people all around the world. It was a lot of fun. It was Uno. It was fucking awesome. They came out with a web camera that you could use on the 360. And then for some reason, people just played Uno with the camera with their dicks out. That was it. That was all it was. They jacked it off. It was chat roulette before chat roulette. And it was just like...
I didn't know about this.
That was it. That was all it was. It's like, I don't know why it became a thing, but it fucking did, and it got a bad name for itself.
I don't want to hear you talking about outgrowing this when you just showed me a game. That you're like, Josh, we need to get this.
Fucking God.
Called Genital Jousting.
I didn't tell you the name of it, but I was like, Josh, watch this game. It's a party game. We need to play it. But it's only on computer, so it's going to be hard. And you're like, all right. The entire game it's a dick and balls, and you're squirming around. Kind of like a push me, pull you, but like more worm-like. And like the dick has a butthole. And the whole point of the game is to fuck other people in the butthole and get fucked in the butthole.
You get points. You get points for
either one, for
you're
fucking and
dicking
getting
or being
fucked.
dicked.
Yeah, and it's simultaneously the best and worst game I've ever seen.
In one point in the video, one of the players, he was moving around too fast and actually accidentally dicked himself.
Fucked himself. I love it. Oh my God,
that was one of the funniest things I've seen.
It's like it's such a.
You know what though?
God,
I'm a fiend for party games. I'll get it.
I can get it.
We just need a means to play computer games on party.
You know what? Right now, I'm gonna look it up. I don't know if it's on Steam, but I'm gonna look it up.
Genital Jousting. What would it be on?
I assume Steam. Fuck off, Steam. I don't care. So, but like,
you know, I am also excited for
It's on Steam. Oh. It is $5. I'm half tempted to buy it right now. But like
jousting, we have to figure out, because that is gaming of the future.
Get controllers and stuff.
Yeah. Don't blink to consent.
Like they have different costumes you can do. You can fucking see it right here.
Wait, is that a taunt? Can you actually like pee on others?
It's not peeing.
Oh.
But God, this game is like the best fucking game.
Oh, it's not peeing. You're right.
It has wrestling. It's got like. Oh, you didn't see it, but there's like one game mode where a small vibrator's in there, and like it has two ends, and you have to get it stuck in you, and like the longer you have it stuck in you, the more points you get. It's kind of like Oddball with a vibrator in your ass. It's fucking.
This episode went weird again.
Alright, I'm glad for it. But
oh my God,
this game is like the best fucking game ever. There's one where you have to herd wiener dogs into the goal. Like, it's just a fucking mess. Oh, there's a vibrator one. We're watching the trailer on Steam. That's on Steam right now. My cat just knocked something over. It's probably my fan. Yeah, that was my fan. We're in the living room for once, so that's new.
I
It's in early access. That means it's only gonna get better. So yeah, I might have to pick up this game.
It's a very positive rating on Steam.
More like this is a bunch of fucking like anime novels. Galgun's on there. I love Galgun. Galgun's
they're
fun.
not wrong.
It plays even better than it looks. 4 of us just had an after lunch orgy and it was hilarious. Can't wait to get back to the action. These are the reviews for it. This is the game I've been waiting for all my life. Perfect for biology lessons. A must have for every game lover. I don't know, like it's a bunch of hearts and so it's censored. You literally play as a dick and you have to dick other dicks in the ass. 10 out of 10. IGN would fuck in the ass. Best $5 I've ever spent.
Also, when you know what it does? You know like how in like Halo when you're killing spree, you know how it always has like an announcer voice?
Yeah.
When you dig somebody in this game, it goes penetration.
I'm not 100% sure that's actually in there. That stuck around. I watched a video of people playing it for half hour. Maybe it was an hour. It was a good video though. And I didn't say penetration, so I don't think they have that anymore.
Hope it's an option.
I hope that's like password. I'm trying to like fix my Steam account, apparently. And like the more you play, you unlock more costumes and you unlock more game modes and stuff. It's such an awesome game. Like I need to.
So it's already a better business model than Capcom.
I need to get it so bad, dude. I got it. It's on my list. It's fucking definitely on my list.
Alright, what time are we at?
We're at an hour 21. Anything you want to close out the last 10 minutes of?
Let's see.
So I'm sure you can come up with something. You said something about having a conspiracy theory earlier. I don't know if you got to that or not.
I have not, but you know what? It's going to take a little too long. So instead, I'm going to talk about Final Fantasy 15 coming out next week.
And
how much
where I tune in.
and how much I wish it came out on Thanksgiving. Because
and add to my wish list.
I don't eat Thanksgiving food. I'm going to be starving. I don't want to talk to anybody. I just want to play Final Fantasy 15. I am so excited to be disappointed. I get Dead by Daylight.
Yeah, I need to get Dead by Daylight.
If you get it, we'll stream that one together as well, because I'll get it.
Dead by Daylight would be a lot of fun. It looks like it's a lot of fun. 4v1. Like.
Dead by Daylight is kind of like for anyone who is like, oh, what's Dead by Daylight? It's this game kind of like Evolve. If you're wondering, oh, what's Evolve? It's Evolve is this game where there's 4 people against 1 monster, and so the mentality is, if you divided, you fall, kind of gameplay.
Much.
Dead by Daylight's kind of the same way, where you're playing as one of 4 survivors, or you're playing as a serial killer,
a slasher movie.
A slasher.
Basically, it's a slasher movie come to life.
Exactly. So you can hide, you can use tools, and you basically have to, outrun. You have to outmaneuver the killer, and you have to do certain tasks.
Newest DLC was Michael Myers from Halloween. I guess there's a trailer for it, so I'm going to pull that up while we're talking about it. Just watch it.
And so, it's still, I think, in early access.
I don't think so. I think it's actually fully out now. Like, it looks like it's fully out.
Awesome. And
Tab sounds it.
Yeah, people have been saying good things about
Steam
it.
just crashed. All right, that's cool. PC gaming master race.
It couldn't handle the killers.
I like all of it. I like consoles and PC. They're all good. I have trouble getting to PC. That's all it is.
Good job being on PC.
I'm just fucking trying to make everybody happy.
But,
you know me.
Man, Final Fantasy 15 is going to be either the greatest disappointment of my life, or it's going to be everything I've hoped for. And I do a really good job of not watching any trailers for any game I'm excited for.
Apparently, a lot of stuff got leaked already, so you might want to be careful. Just be careful watching out for stuff.
And so, thanks for letting me know.
Yeah, like I didn't even know. Like I saw I have a report on IGN's like the creator is apologizing for the leaks. I'm like, there's been fucking leaks. Like I feel like I would have known that.
Yeah, you're really keen on catching.
Yeah, I am. I'm on top of shit like that all the time, even if I don't care about the game.
Exactly.
Like I keep saying Kingdom Hearts stuff all the time. I fucking hate Kingdom. Well, I don't hate it. I just don't like Kingdom Hearts. Like
I don't like that's like a fan fiction, but me with my unpopular opinions.
Go back to your fucking Final Fantasy talk. You can make more people happy with that.
But it's the newest number that has been in works for a decade. It's the game where originally it was supposed to be Final Fantasy 13, Final Fantasy 13 Agito, and Final Fantasy 13 Versus. But what they ended up doing is they ended up milking 13, which had lightning and
It wasn't
everything.
even popular. Nobody liked 13.
But they wanted to push it. You know
They
what I mean?
really wanted to push Lightning as a character.
Yeah. And
I
so
liked her sister Sarah way better. Like,
it was
that's just me.
unfortunate. I did end up liking Lightning, but I still don't like the Final Fantasy 13 games. It's every complaint they have about it is I feel like the exact opposite of what 15 is shaping up to be. But so Akito is what ended up being Type 0. Final Fantasy 13 Agito is what Final Fantasy Type 0 is.
Which one's Type 0?
Type 0 is I own it on PlayStation 4 actually. If
Was
you
that
ever
the one
watch
that came out with the Final Fantasy 15 demo?
Yes.
I thought that was like an old Vita game or something, old PSP game or something.
Originally, it was supposed to be a PSP game, but it might have came out in PSP.
Like, I didn't know that was actually that new of a game. Fuck.
Yeah.
I have it. No, I have
And,
it too, because me and Chase are game sharing on Xbox, and he bought it for the
And
demo.
Type 0, I really enjoy Type 0. Like, there's nothing wrong with it. It's a good story. And you play as 13 different characters.
That's cool, I guess.
But you can
Living up to
swap them out at
13.
any time. It's really cool.
Oh, so, they did a better party system than 13 did.
Exactly.
Where, like, you can't change your party until, like, the second to last chapter, and it's, like, 30 fucking hours in.
Exactly. And also, it was really cool because Type 0 is actually, it's not really RPG. It's like, so it's basically the predecessor of what 15 is to be.
Okay.
And so, it was really cool because I remember seeing Agito 10 years ago and seeing Versus 10 years ago and saying, can't wait for these two to come out. And they never did. It just never happened. And so, again, I guess it's exciting and it's also like makes me anxious because this is like the make or break game for me and Square Enix.
Yeah, like,
Where I have so many fond memories playing 7, 8, 9,
everybody
4, 5,
does.
but
That's
all
really-
of them, because they're all really good installments, and it's always a really cool thing because the final boss you always end up fighting God. But
It's kind of weird.
it's like very Shakespearean, very like.
Oh, yeah, no, I get it.
And so, but every single game you end up fighting God,
Okay.
and so it feels like 15.
If you guys haven't figured out, I don't play Final Fantasy. Like, I'm not... It's weird. I'm not a fan of Final Fantasy, but I love games like that.
No, I get
doesn't
it.
make it... It just doesn't make sense, because, like, people keep saying, like, oh, play Final Fantasy Tactics, it's hella good. It's like, I don't want to fucking play that, but, like, I love the shit out of Fire Emblem. I don't want to play Fire... I don't want to
It's
play,
kind of
like,
outdated.
well, yeah,
So
it would be.
be careful of it.
I don't want to play, like, the turn-based Final Fantasies, but, like, I'll buy Bravely Default, even though it's made by Square Enix and it's pretty much a Final Fantasy. Like, I'm not going to play a Final Fantasy game. It's weird. I have a weird relationship with Final Fantasy, I guess.
No, I get it. I think if you didn't grow up on it, it's hard.
I grew up sort of idolizing my brother and, like, his opinions and stuff because, like, I didn't really know him that much until he was 18. So, like, once he actually became a part of my life, I would actually take his game opinions on stuff, which is why I'm the way I am, but I try to be more open-minded about it.
Yes.
And I remember at the time, Final Fantasy X-2 was coming out. And he was talking about how stupid that was because it's a fucking stupid name. Which it is. It's a stupid name. Really is.
It's a sequel to 10.
But it's a fucking stupid name. They could have called it Final Fantasy X, like, Advent Children or something. Like, that would have been fine. But
it wasn't. It was 10.
But, so, like, it was just stuff like that. Or like, I can't think of another example. But, no, like, in my opinions on games used to be heavily biased on stuff like that because of him. So, like, it took me a while to actually open up for me and branch out. And I finally did. Some of it is still rooted in there. Like, I just don't play Final Fantasy. It's not that I don't like it. I just don't play it.
No, I get it. 15 looks like it's going to be the most accessible. And also, for me, the reason I'm excited for 15 is I was told 10 years ago that, like, the first news I ever heard of Final Fantasy 15 was that it was going to be the saddest Final Fantasy. And that, like, the idea of, like, a really, sad story just sounded awesome.
Yeah. Because people don't normally, like, game developers won't let do that much.
Oh, Say Anything was playing today. Motherfuck! That was the one show I was going to go to in
Stupid
November.
podcast!
Oh my god, I coordinated so badly.
You found it. Next week, Josh isn't getting a new co-host. I am.
Damn it, damn it, damn it!
Apparently, the podcast just gets in the way.
Say Anything always comes to Seattle.
Anyways.
Yeah, so. Man, that was pretty fucked. Wow. You know, maybe it is the saddest story. I just started talking about it, and then...
Bad shit's happening, dude. You're gonna get a text from with, like, Taylor and, like...
I'm gonna... You know what? Hey, what if the game is, like, actually, like, you know, they made some black magic to actually get this game pushed out because it was being held off for so long that when you play it, it's the saddest Final Fantasy game, not because the game itself is sad, but because sad things start happening around you.
Your mom calls you, hey, a car ran into the house and our dogs are dead. And then, like, Taylor is like, oh, and you're like, what? And then you get a call and you're like, oh, Mom, I gotta get this.
I don't like that you didn't get my brother a birthday present.
I don't like that you kept failing every turn at, like, getting my brother a birthday present. We're breaking up. Like, what? Your dad calls you, you're fired.
My girlfriend calls me.
She calls you back?
She's like, just so you know, we're definitely not getting back together. Why? Bang!
I'm keeping your movie collection.
I just hear a gunshot.
God, dude. Like,
just like everything, and a tear comes to my eye. I'm like, this is the greatest game ever.
I'm gonna see you. The next time I see you, you're gonna be really upset and, like, just sad. And I'm gonna be like, man, you're not how you used to be. Like, I don't think we should hang out anymore. You've really changed since Final Fantasy came out.
It just keeps going, right? And you know what the worst part is
Kojo gets canceled.
Huh?
Kojo gets canceled. That's like the last straw.
Persona 5.
Persona 5. It's like, oh, Shin Megami Tensei 5. It's not Persona anymore.
You know what the worst part about all this is, Dakk?
We're teaming up with Square Enix's Final Fantasy 16.
The very worst part about all of this is, despite everything, this is how normal this is. I feel like, given that circumstance, all of those things happen, I would probably still be like, well, all right. I'll be back next week for the Xenocast. Like, I'm so good at rolling with the punches, maybe a little too good at rolling with the punches.
You a little bit, yeah.
Where I'm like that one comic strip with the dog and the house is on fire. Who's like,
this is fine.
This is fine.
Oh God, I've seen a lot of good ones for that. I think the last one I saw was Obama and, like, it was Trump election signs or something.
This is fine.
Oh man.
Before
we jump down that rabbit hole, I think we should probably end it so we don't get fucking off track on that. Because we could probably go off for another hour about that. Because we stopped last time because I started trying to deviate away from it, like making it a joke instead of getting too serious.
Okay, but I just want to throw in that one joke I was telling you before. So I came up with this really hypothetical scenario where the most extremist Trump supporters, what if they got what they wanted and all people of color and all women were deported from America, and now it's just a bunch of white men in America, and they're like, yeah! But then they soon have to realize that in order to survive, they're going to have to become the very thing that they hated. And there's just orgies all across America.
It's like that episode of South Park where, like, the future people...
Yeah, it's exactly like that. In order to stop future illegal immigrants from taking their jobs, they have gay orgies.
Yeah, like, I'm trying to think, like, now that I think about it, what the fuck was the logic behind that? Like, they'd have to, if they really wanted it to happen, they would have to have... No,
because then nobody, can come from the future because they're preventing... all they could have done is just abstain.
I think that episode might have been, like, telling the future what's going to happen to the country.
What the fuck?
20 years before it happened.
Wow, that episode is actually more relevant than I thought.
It's fucking weird. What the hell? It was all, like, rednecks and shit in that orgy, too.
The people who are Trump supporters are totally the people who would say, they took our gerb!
Wow.
They took our gerb!
Good job, South Park, being relevant. Again.
That's insane.
20 years ago. Actually, not even that long. But
they probably have an election episode out now.
Oh, dude, fucking, they had to change that episode because Trump won. Yeah. They had to, like, write an episode in one day because Trump ended up winning. And, like, they couldn't put out that episode the next day. So I kind of want to see, like, the episode they couldn't put out. But I also need to see the episode they did put out because I haven't watched this season at all yet.
No, we'll definitely have to do that.
I just need to get Hulu again.
Again, we're not going to get too much into the whole politics for obvious reasons.
Yeah, we're going to end it. We're just going to end it here just to make sure we don't. And
all right,
keep everyone, the 1.5 hour mark going.
Definitely. All right, everyone. Again, thanks for tuning in, and have a great Thanksgiving.
Follow us on Twitter. Twitter is fucking the Xenocast. I don't remember what the Twitter is, and I look it up every time. I'm going to put it in the description.
It'll be in the description.
It'll be down there.
And we will keep you updated on future events.
Yes, I need to start going on Twitter anyways, and we need to make a website still. We need to make a Facebook page. We need to make a stream. We need to make an Instagram. We just gotta make everything.
Oh, the dragons are coming. Don't you worry.
It'll happen. Last week we said we wouldn't. We only didn't because plans ended up happening, and Josh didn't come over until super late in the night, and so we just never got around to it. And by the time he came over, we already had everyone else over. So
exactly,
it'll happen beforehand. Soon. So yeah, no, we'll try and do it this weekend. We got
especially we have a huge break.
Yeah, we got Thanksgiving and the day after off. So whatever day you're good, because I don't know. Oh my god, I'm dying over here. Whatever day you're good.
Fucking bop it, man.
I should start saying bop it before it happens.
Twist it, pull it,
bop it. We'll plan. We'll figure out what day we want to have. Because we should try and get a game night going this weekend, anyways.
Oh, definitely.
A legitimate game night we used to, because we still got good party games to play. I can get General Jousting and try and hook up 4 fucking PS4 controllers to my computer.
We have enough controllers. We'll just have to. Well, let's do it.
No, we could. We easily could.
Genital jousting.
So we'll figure that out, and we'll try and get something set up. It won't be too hard for us to get set up.
All right. Again, thank you everyone, and have yourselves a great Thanksgiving weekend. Xenocast signing off.
Gobble gobble.